Hi, YouTube. I hope you're all doing good. I'm doing okay. I've been cleaning my house. Yesterday, I put in a 12-hour day. All of that. I was just shocked, but I have to get it done while I have the energy. That's just the way it is. So, and today I haven't done a whole lot, but and the day before I did too. But yeah, a little at well, not a little at a time, a whole bunch. But yeah, I need a break today. My arm is killing me. I think, and Doug's sore too. It's the weather. We have it rained last night, and it's supposed to snow's coming in. So I think that has a lot to do with how we're feeling. So, um, yeah, I'm pretty sore. Not just from the working, but actually, I think it is more the aches and pains and the weather and that type of thing. So, yeah, I got part of my bathroom ceiling washed, and I actually ended up moving just about everything out of there. And Doug was fixing the countertop because things are really old, and we ended up getting a new medicine cabinet and a couple other things to go in there. And I had gotten a shower curtain and some other stuff to go in there. So it almost is turning into remodeling it. So I've got like bathroom stuff out by my kitchen, and for me and my, I would call it OCD, but not really. It's just I like to be organized, and so having stuff and being in the middle of stuff, um it's hard, but it'll be nice when it's done. I'll show you when I get it all done. It's going to take a while though, because there's just certain things I got a shelf I have to build to put in there. So, yeah, stuff we needed to do. So, but it turned out to be a bigger project because Doug got involved. Um Last time I did it, I didn't even consult him. I just kind of did things because he likes to go a little more extravagant, and I have that same taste, but I'm logical, so I'll get things done with a minimal amount of money and make it look nice, whereas he's more finicky. That but it was really weird though, because I was looking at medicine cabinets and I didn't even tell him what one I liked, and he ended up liking the same one I like. So I'll show you when we get done. It's got the lights turn three different colors if you want them to, which is really cool for me because when I was a little kid, my grandpa had a really cool bathroom. He was a plumber, and he you could come in, there was the vanity and the counter and storage on the right hand side, but then there was a sliding door that came out of the wall and would shut that part off. And then to the right, there was more cupboards, but you could go into where the bathtub and shower was. And he had different colored lights in there. And eventually there was music piped into there too. And then to the left, there was another door that shut off the area where the toilet was. So, like each section, like I could take a bath in privacy, and then Grandpa could come in and use the bathroom, the toilet, without us seeing each other. So, which was really nice. So, set up really well. He did have two bathrooms. Eventually, he put one downstairs, which was really cool. Um, Most of my cousins weren't allowed to use it because it was antique. Even it was on the to flush it, it was made in France, and to flush it, it had a weight. Um, uh, like I think it was made out of brass. Even the chain, everything was like freaking brass. And you pulled the chain to flush it, and you had to be really careful. It wasn't one of them ones that splashes you clean, not like that. What is that? I think maybe it's a Bordeaux, or maybe that's the word for bedroom. I might be wrong on that. I don't know, but I just thought I'd get on here and tell you what I'm up to and show you I'm okay. It's, well, sort of, I'm okay. Sort of. I'm sore. I was tired last night. I did sleep pretty good, sort of. But until it started raining. But yeah, it'll be all right. I'll be okay when I die. And when I'm dead and gone, there'll be one child born in this world to carry on, to carry on. Yeah, blood, sweat, and tears. Um, but anyway, I got more than one child. But anyway, I like it. Song is called "And When I Die," or "When I Die." Yeah. Good tunes. I for the longest now, Robin's Hood had put a walk through the art museum of Philadelphia with his wife, and he had the band U2 playing, and I've got like had the song um shit now good, I can't think of it right now. um Maybe With or Without You, one of them was just like, oh, In the Name of Love, that guitar riff at the beginning, how it starts, that just like was freaking stuck in my head for days. And for me, I have at when we had like just a few CDs in our car, and I was going to take my tests that I took at the Mayo Clinic for my allergies, for my skincare and everything. And it's when I was bald, and so that whole album of their greatest hits or best of U2, I think, or one of them had all their most famous songs on it. um Kind of reminded me of a bad time in my life, so when I listen to it, it sort of, it gives me a melancholy feeling because we were going through some really rough times like 15 years or so back now. But yeah, so I had that stuck in my head this morning until I got a Dionne Warwick song stuck in my head, Walk On By. And I started singing that. And then I got it stuck in Doug's head. So, and I'm going to send it around for him later. I think she's got one part of that, or one that she does her song she wrote over in Buckingham Palace. And she's got a really elegant evening gown on. And it's a real beautiful rendition of that song. So then I was thinking, do you know the Way to San Jose, that song? And then another song that was popular that year was The Girl from Ipanema Goes Walking, and when she's walking, or when she passes, each one she passes goes, ah. So that's a good song too. But yeah, 60s was some pretty good tunes, like all the way from like acid rock to pop to the British invasion and all those really good tunes, you know. I think back in the 60s, I liked the Beatles a lot, but I liked the Hollies and a band called Bread. I like a album of theirs called The Best of bread. It's really a beautiful, if you haven't heard it, oh, look it up. Really, really nice songs on there. So, yeah. Mm, ouch. Yeah, when I reach forward, and I shouldn't with this arm, that's when it hurts. I seem to be okay until I do that. Yesterday, I set up, Doug got one of them top mattresses like I did with the memory foam and the 2 inches of gel. And then I had to wash new sheets for him and a bed liner. And I set him up, got that all done because actually I can do it pretty. I've made, well, when I was nurses aiding, I made hundreds of beds. But until I worked in the hospital and I didn't have to do that anymore. But anyway, so for me to make a bed, I make it look easy. You know, when you've done something so many times, you're a lot quicker at it than somebody that's not really adept at doing that like that, you know. So I whip that up and but it's hard, you know. And for his bed is a or ours whatever is a king size log bed, and it is harder to make because it's huge. So anyway, so I got that done and like 5 more loads of laundry and a whole bunch of other stuff. So yeah. So what does everybody think about President Trump getting indicted? I don't think I think he's gonna get out of it because I think it's trumped up. Get it? Haha. Um, it's not that I don't think that he didn't have uh, a extramarital affair. Maybe he did, but I think it's pretty disgraceful, and I do think that it's all a part of the ploy, just to get people upset against each other and that type of thing. I really do. So yeah, I guess we'll see how that plays out, but I really, like I say, it's just a matter of trying to get the Democrats and the Republicans to fight, argue. You know, I didn't watch it, but I saw that JP Reacts had something on the headline said trans woman gets hit in the nuts playing some sport. As well, you should. You know, you, every natural woman should have a free whack, like whack a mole. You know, whack a mole rather. You know, these liars, these fallen angel demonic spirits. That's all it is. And if you know people are you got sympathy for the devil, you go right ahead and have that sympathy. I don't. Could somebody just be mentally insane and be acting like that? Oh, absolutely. I have compassion for that. But as a counselor and a minister and other counselors and professional psychologists out there, if you say that you took your psychology classes so you could help other people by lying to them and going outside of logic, are you really helping people? You know? No, you're not. You know? And what about these hormones that these people and these drugs that they're taking that can cause violent episodes within their psyche and all the antidepressant drugs that people are on that can cause suicidal thoughts and all that stuff. Do you know they did a study that if the people that you got ones that people have coddled and say, okay, we'll call you a woman even if you're not, and ones that people have said, no, we're not going to call you that, the amount of suicide is the same within that community, whether they've been coddled, lied to, or not. So telling the truth is the best policy with the whole thing, especially out of a in a if you have a client and you're a psychologist, unless like up in Canada, their hands are tied. They have to literally listen to what this insane person coming into their office tells them, how they identify. They have to go along with that. Well, now when you're talking about chopping up children and letting a child determine who they are, that's where the government has failed these children and where I draw the line. And I'm going to keep standing up for what's right, no matter who thinks what. You know, what they want to do when they're an adult, that's different. But even for an adult to go along with that, you know, I shared a pastor that was speaking out against it, and it's high time because this is exactly why why the earth was flooded last time, because of the immorality of the whole situation. Whether you want to take heed of that or not, or you want to believe in God or not, that's entirely up to you. If people want to actually sin against the person that created them wonderfully and beautifully and say that God made a mistake in making them, well, my first thought would be, what kind of drugs are you on? Or who dropped you on your head when you were a baby? Something happened to these people. And everybody that I know that have had issues in life like this have had horrible things happen to them. And I'm not going to cater to the mental illness and call it something else than what it is. So there you have it. My thoughts on that again. And by the way, if I get cut off, I do love you all, no matter who you are or what you look like or what you're thinking. You know, hope you can say the same thing. But anyway, I will be back. I'm not sure when. We do have some horrible weather coming in, so hopefully I'll get a good chat out for you all and be able to upload it, and weather permitting, you know. But more people need to start sticking up for other human beings and not cater to their whims. Start telling the truth, the logical truth. Time and time again, what is science? Science is something that can be definitively proven over and over again with the same results. Do you know what's logical? Childbirth. That's proven time and time again that there's a mommy and a daddy that makes the baby, period. You can try and switch it around all you want, but it doesn't make it anything else than what it is. And logic dictates the science of biology every time. So, yeah. And if people are thinking on the mixing of the genders within their minds, that's satanic. So I'm not going to baby somebody that's listening to the dark spirit. That's the end of that bullshit right there. So, cheers to everybody who's going to stand up for the truth with me, like JP, and there's a few other, quite a few, actually millions, you know. The most, right now, the biggest bigots are trans people trying to pretend there's something else and then telling us we're hateful when we don't go play along with their lies because they're serving the Dark Lord. That's it. Period. Yeah, it's easy to get a child to do something stupid, isn't it? And the adults that are involved in that, they'll have their time before God. And they know it's wrong deep in their soul, but the money that they're making, that's all they care about right now. They think there isn't any consequences for their actions, you know. Now, if there's somebody doing stuff like that and children aren't seen, they aren't involved, it's like somebody wrote, who cares? I said, the children care. They're impressionable. And this person wrote underneath what I wrote, no comment. Yeah. Well, stop breathing, okay? I'll feel better for you. When it concerns the kids, and then I had like 3 times today, this no baloney. People adding me to a chat group on Facebook Messenger, and I was trying to type something. I actually was sending something to Doug, and I get this chat group popped up, and another one, and then the person tried to call me, and it's like, what part of this don't you get? I'm not answering you. So finally, because it stops, it'll stop what you're doing, and you have to address their pop-up. One woman wrote, would you please stop adding me to these? I'm at work, so her phone's like going off every 3 seconds, So I finally wrote something about it. It's just like, stop doing this. I'm not a chatty person in Messenger, and I'm certainly not going to pick up the phone and exhaust my energy for the dark one working through you when I had a video I wanted to make today. And that's how they work. They know ahead of time what you're, or along with you, what you're feeling, because that's who they are. They're in the flesh, and they do know things ahead of time. We've all lived this stuff before, but they kept notes, and we lost our memories. So, yeah. So they can play it better than we can, yeah. But God is guiding us, and if we use our hearts, that's just like me right there. If I had picked up the phone and talked to this person, which I don't hate, but I just knew, I've had this happen a lot. Try and call me and put all their stuff on me. This is somebody that calls himself a targeted individual. You don't know what being a target is. No, you don't stand up strong enough to be a badass target like that. So, yeah, tell me about what being a target is. You do not know. But whatever. Maybe a little bit. But you stand up like I stand up with my voice and the way I talk and the issues and the subjects I talk about, then you tell me what a target is. Nobody's going to want to target you when you're not doing anything to oppose what they're trying to do. They don't care. They're just getting in your way because maybe they think you're cute or something, For me, the only people I think that are cute is if you got God in your heart. If you don't, there's this twinge of stuff that I detect, and whatever. That's the way I feel. So, yeah. So, anyway, yeah. I was gonna, now I'll chat on a live stream. I usually say hi to people, and then if somebody's talking about something, I might respond, something like that. But a lot of times, even with a live stream in the chat, I'll address the host and everybody there and then just listen to what's going on. So, if especially if it's like something informative or, you know, with the oncoming reset of what they're trying to take everybody's mind away from is changing into digital currency and eventually getting that chip in your hand is what they want to do by 2030 or 2330 now, you know, 20. Yeah, okay. I guess numbers isn't my thing today. You know, I still can't believe I became a blackjack dealer. You know, it's amazing what you can do. Um, oh, here's a funny thing. I found out Doug has dyslexia. We both were reading something and I misread it, and he misread it exactly the same way I did. And then I looked at it because I was talking to him, looking at his computer screen, and I go, "Look at that. You just did the same thing I did there," you know, which was a little odd because I hadn't noticed it in him before, you know. So, but what it is too, um, could be part of learning speed reading techniques. You'll take like the first part and the last part and then go to the heart of the situation. Then you can put the whole paragraph together and look at it like one set of stuff and read like that. So, and it does work, but a lot of times you'll have to go back and like reread it, but then you've like almost like absorbed the information more than once, depending on what you're studying for. It is a good technique if you've ever looked into speed reading, you know. So, let's see, anything else going on? I don't know. I think the East Coast is going to be getting hit with a bunch of storms, or you are right now. I don't know. I think ours is going to last for about 4 hours, our snow. Then it might be nice out again for a while. I'm not sure, but yeah, I'm just happy I'm getting some stuff done around here because for so long it was so hard to just do anything. Walking outside was difficult today. It was really icy. Yesterday wasn't as bad. Um, Even walking down to the mailbox, God, I put on miles yesterday. Here goes that word again, literally. Miles. But it wasn't bad because it sleeted on top of the ice and it was easier to walk on. This morning it had rained first, and then when I went out, everything was like a skating rink. And I did take salt out with me. First, I went out and I came back in and got salt when I went to feed the kitties so I could actually get there. And then I ended up walking in the snow drifts instead of on what was cleared because it was just treacherous. So, yeah. I'm still leery of people. I mean, I'll see people looking like they're doing well and they're following the word of God, but there's still something, it's like a battle within them that um they're fighting against themselves. So I'm praying and I'm fighting along with them in that regard, in that respect. And I do have big respect for people, but I'm not stupid and I'm not going to let my guard down because, yeah, okay. I'm going to show you my hoodie. What you think of that? I'm a monk. Um, anyway. All right, everybody. Peace and love from Pine City, Minnesota, USA. Have a good night or day wherever you're at. I love y'all.